So I thought the media workshops went really well. My group was definitely distracted with all the stickers that we gave them. So in future, if you do give them stickers, I would only suggest giving like one set or something, because then they just started putting them on their face and they were laughing at each other, and it was just so hard to get them back on track. But what definitely did help with the design of the workshop was including the visuals and including the media videos into it, because they really connected with it. And when they like whipped out the computer, it was like crazy how much they like focused in on the laptop and how they paid attention to the video. Because when we work with them in the school, we don't really see them interact with media except for like reading off the computer. And so it was really cool to see like their initial reactions to seeing this type of media outside of a learning, even though we were teaching something, but outside of an academic, I guess. And it just really showed how, it can be used as a babysitter, because they were so quiet, they were paying attention. I couldn't even hear what the video was saying just because the other group was talking. So, but they were still like paying attention and still were able to hear it somehow. Um, so I thought that was really cool, and it was allowed me to see, small kids' reactions to media up front and like personal, because I don't really have too much of that with my family. I thought the violence section worked really well. They were really able to see how that was bad and how that was wrong, and they even offered suggestions of like what they would do, and they were like really good suggestions. And I think that's maybe because they see more of that on day to day, and for advertisements it was hard because they kept on saying like no, no. And so I definitely think the kids were definitely in the pre-operational stage, but like they're mature, especially for our group, because our group was a little bit more behind in the red group. So it was harder for them to grasp concepts, because they, like I said, they like to play around, and they kept on telling us no, and I don't know why. Like they just kept on saying no, 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 and do you know the Avengers? They're like no, and then we show them, and they're like the Avengers. So that was weird. Also on the Avengers, I didn't expect them not to, really click with them. I expected them to click with the Avengers, but they really didn't. They really clicked with Austin and Ally. So in future, I would definitely suggest using more Disney mediated characters, or shows and movies that are more of their age. I thought what was really interesting was to see the gender aspect. A lot of the kids did say both. A few did say like, oh, it's a girl job, it's a boy job. And then they gave really like bad answers as to why like a girl wouldn't be able to do a nurse job. Um, but some kids did say like both, and they raised both of their hands right away. So I thought that was really cool. I guess just like for future advice, I think that when you go to the workshops, like don't be afraid to really talk to the kids, because you may think that they have to do their homework and they have to read, which is true, but like you're also there to help you learn as well. And so I didn't really get to talk to them as much as I wanted to, and that was, my fault. So I have to go and find out like my other resources, my other kids, my friends' sisters, or my cousins' children. So definitely use your resources and ask them questions to like deal with them. Just be like, if you do this math problem, you can answer my fun question, and they'll think anything you say is fun, even though it's not. It's probably really boring to them, but really interesting to you. Um, but don't be afraid to just like ask them any questions about media, and they'll for sure answer. And overall, I think it was a great learning experience, and it was a great way to interact with kids and see what their mindset is, and to see how they interact with media, especially upfront and personal, and what they don't understand, which is quite a lot, and how much we should probably be teaching our kids more.